I'm Don Winfield, here to introduce you to today's interview with your host, Dr. Ben Johnson. In today's interview, you learn about an alternative method to eliminate your allergies and all of the problems they create. Dr. Ben has 3 medical degrees. He was the only medical doctor featured in the hit movie The Secret. Today, he interviews Dr. Inga Young and Herbert Hoffman on their discovery of a simple allergy kit which can change your life for the better. Let's hear from Dr. Ben and our guest.
Welcome. This is Dr. Ben Johnson. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to share the Allergy Kit, an exciting source of information that can potentially produce some significant health changes. Today our special guests are Dr. Inga Young and Herb Hoffman. Inga, thank you so much for joining us, and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Nothing in this seminar should be substituted for medical advice or that of a physician, and is for informational purposes only. Today we're going to learn some exciting information about allergies, because allergies have become this huge problem, this huge issue that consumes a lot of time, energy, resources, and can lead to all kinds of other diseases, but the solution may be much simpler and much more economical than you ever thought or imagined. What are allergies? Where do they come from? What about allergies? What are they?
An allergy is an incorrect response by the immune system to something that doesn't or you shouldn't react. For example, to food you have to eat, or air you have to breathe, or what you drink.
So what we find is that people who react to these things are reacting in a negative way. It becomes a thing that makes you feel bad kind of all the time because you have to eat all the time. And we've found a way to be able to eliminate these allergies completely, to actually reprogram the body to understand that these foods are good for us and not bad for us. And then we ingest the nutrients properly all at the same time.
So you think we can say goodbye to our allergies and all the symptoms?
I think so. I see it every day. I had a 7-year-old girl who came in the other week. She has had stomach aches all her life. I mean, as long as she can remember. And the first treatment, the first vial, when she came back the next time, she had not had any stomach pain.
And when her mother was telling me, she almost had tears in her eyes. She was so excited and elated that something like that could change so quickly. It was very emotional.
Yes.
Now we've actually cracked the immune code. We are so happy. And we've treated allergies for over 10 years in the office, and we knew that we weren't approaching anywhere near the amount of people that really needed this. And Inga and I put our heads together, and we found a way. It took about a year and a half to actually come up with the allergy kit. And we tested them in the office. It deletes the faulty programming. It restores the immune system to respond normally. Just like a computer, we delete that wrong programming, and then your allergies disappear like magic.
The first treatment, I noticed a shift immediately after I followed your video. I did everything step by step, and as I left the vial in place, I just noticed just a clarity that just came over me. And I even told my wife, I said, hey, something just really happened here. And one thing I had been struggling with was I felt a heaviness every day, especially in my legs. My legs just felt heavy, and they weren't, something was just not right. But the next day, I had normal legs again, like light. I felt like I could walk. Everything was well, and I hadn't had that experience in about 3 years. And I definitely know that first treatment with the milk and the dairy, it really just knocked that out. And I'm just amazed that it could be that simple. I've been a bodybuilder for over 10 years, and a lot of the things that I consume on a daily basis, it has a lot of dairy in it, a lot of the whey protein, a lot of the shakes. So I guess that was making me sick, and I don't want to stop doing it, but I'm just glad that something could allow me to do it, and I don't have to be sick all the time.
Well, that's the great thing about it, is that you don't have to stop. You are no longer allergic to dairy.
Yeah, it really is a miracle. nothing has worked this fast, and I'm going to be on my 5th treatment, and I've had the light legs ever since that first day. And I eat dairy still, and I'm having no reactions. Well, another symptom I was having was like headaches almost on a daily basis, and I didn't know if it was from dehydration or what it was from, but it was just another symptom I learned to deal with. But after the 2nd vial, I did exactly what you recommended. I treated myself, and I stayed away from all the sugars for that whole next day, and I haven't had a headache since. That's just been another blessing, because now I can go through my work day. I own a business, and I don't feel like I have to leave at 5 o'clock because I'm pale and sick again. I feel good. I have no headaches.
That's wonderful.
So let me just kind of go over this again. This is sounds like a definitely better allergy program. You can do this process in your own home in a matter of minutes. You don't need a doctor to do it, so you aren't having to travel there and back. It's a one-time purchase, so you don't have to keep going back and retreat and have more expense. You don't use it up, so you can not only treat yourself but other members of the family. Heck, you could treat your neighbor if you wanted to. And it's a way for you to take control of your health and treat multiple allergens at the same time. What do I get when I get the program?
The Allergy Kit includes 7 vials that holds the energetic composition of the things that we're treating. You also get an instruction manual and the health survey. The health survey has items on it that come from all systems of the body, from the digestive to the neurological to the muscular. We find that allergies affect every system of the body, not just the digestion. So we see miraculous results in people who can't sleep, that are able to sleep again, all different places. So we ask people to fill that out so they can see where the benefits come from. The 7 vials holds the energetic charge of the allergen. The vials actually tell the immune system what allergen that we're working on and what allergen to delete. And what we also do is through this process, we allow the body to reset itself to respond positively again. After we do that, the body then starts a healing process. I don't care what you are eating. The body, when it's allergic, cannot absorb those nutrients. So it starts to do this process of healing, and many times the advantage goes on for weeks or months and sometimes years.
Another thing with when you have allergies is that people crave what they are allergic to. So once you are rid of the allergen, then you stop cravings. And many people, they lose weight, which is another big thing, really.
It's all about balancing the body. When the body is balanced and working the way it's supposed to, we're not supposed to be fat. We're not supposed to be sick. We're supposed to be healthy, and we're supposed to look at the world with open arms and a loving embrace. The Allergy Kit comes with 7 vials. The first vial treats chicken and egg, milk and calcium, vitamin C, and parasites. And many times after they do just the first vial, they see a huge, huge change. The second vial, we found that everybody is allergic to sugar. And we also found there's a link between sugar and B vitamins that causes addiction. So by treating these two together, many times when you're addicted to food or you're addicted to, things that are worse than that, all of these things tend to go away, or it becomes easier to kick the habit, so to speak. In vial number 3, we know that all of these heavy metals and toxins and pesticides and petroleums are a problem for us. So what we do is we treat the body. So we don't actually eliminate these. That's a detox program. But what we do is we treat the way the body reacts to those things. Going to vial 4, we found that vaccines and childhood vaccinations are very important, as we said earlier. Many times kids with ADD, ADHD, we're not sure, but we think that they come from the vaccinations. Autism is another thing that is believed to come from vaccinations, and we have good results for all of those behavioral problems. Getting on to vial 5, again, we treat sugar again because sugar is in everything. We also treat the body for candida. Now, what we're doing when we treat it for candida is we're not actually eliminating the candida, but the when they live in there, they eat the sugar and they secrete this toxin. So if we can treat ourselves for the toxin, then the candida doesn't affect us really the way it was before. For people who are gluten intolerant, we move on to Vial 6, which we treat all types of grains along with gluten and wheat. For people who know that they're gluten intolerant, we ask them to probably use this vial more than one time. That's the good thing about the allergy kit, is that you can treat yourself over and over again. When people came into our office, it was another visit and another charge. So that's a good thing about the allergy kit. Take a combination of everything that we've treated previously and put them all together, because we find that sometimes we can treat somebody for sugar, and yet when you combine the sugar with something else, that they may be allergic. So this combines all of them together and gives them an overall way to balance the whole body at the same time.
There's a lot of things that we can change with this. Basic food allergies, we can enhance the immune response, maybe even reverse autoimmune diseases because we're changing the body's response to that. You're talking about ADD and ADHD symptoms, infections and digestive problems. We're talking about a lot of issues here. So what can we expect? Your immune system will become stronger, and so it gives you more balance for healing and for the body. Allergies, even though you may not specifically treat a specific allergy, they'll all improve because you're changing the whole dampening mechanism of the immune system and how it's responding to these things. So even those that you aren't specifically treating may get better. So digestion will absolutely improve, because when you have that allergic response in your bowel, there's all this histamine release and all this chemical potpourri released in your bowel that keeps you from absorbing foods and digesting them properly. Fewer colds and flus, because your immune system is now able to focus on the things that it should be focusing on instead of fighting things that theoretically are beneficial for you. A sense of well-being, because all of that chemical potpourri is not being released and getting to the brain. Because of all that, the immune system is responding properly, and so you will even probably have less pain and general discomfort. And that's going to change your mindset from like depression to a healthier outlook on life. So it's simply an amazing process. So each treatment takes 5 minutes of treatment.
That's correct.
You're dealing with a one-time purchase, one-time investment. It can provide for yourself and the whole family. You can even use it on friends and neighbors if you want to, and you can use it over and over again. It's a natural, do-it-yourself, home-based treatment protocol. You guarantee it to work. And, allergy season is all year round these days. This particular allergy season is just breaking on us, but it's literally all year round now.
My hardest thing is to make them understand that it works. And that's why we give them this money-back guarantee, because we know it works. If they couldn't eat chicken or they had lactose intolerance, that they can then have cheese again and milk again if they start moderately and make sure that the allergy vial worked that time. We have people who they get their life back and they can eat whatever they want.
So let's get started. Order today.
And your life will change.
And your life will change.